Awesome. Welcome,
Outstanding.
everybody. Yeah, it is outstanding, ain't it? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Um, Welcome, everybody, to the Rotary Club of Colorado Springs. My name is Rodney Gullatte, and I'm the president of this great group, the most outstanding Rotary Club in the Pikes Peak region. Give yourselves a hand today. Give yourselves a hand. It's good to see all of you. It's great to see all of you. Welcome to all of our visitors and our guests. I see some of y'all. Hey, Arlene, what's going on? Good to see you. Ain't seen you in a long time. Um, so today is February 12th, 2021, and it's cold outside, if you haven't noticed. I am warm and cozy in my office presiding over this meeting today, but I know there are people that live outside, and I'm always praying for them. I think about my friend Travis Williams, executive director of the Springs Rescue Mission, as he, his amazing team, and other local organizations working for this cause keep this from being a deadly weekend for our homeless community. In other news, the Rotary International annual convention in Taipei will be virtual this year. You can sign up for this now at convention.rotary.org. In social media news, we saw that a Hollywood plastic surgeon and chemist who has experience with African American hair successfully created a chemical solution that reverses the adhesive properties of Gorilla Glue. Why would he do something like this? A lady ran out of her got to be glued blasting freeze hairspray and got a can of spray Gorilla Glue to finish her hair. It didn't turn out the way she expected, but the good news is that Dr. Michael Obing got her taken care of and was able to save a decent amount of her hair. And this story shows the importance and impact of science, technology, engineering, arts, and math education for all our kids. Speaking of education, we are still honoring Black History Month. K through 12 history education in America has an interesting design. The stories seem to be told from a certain point of view, and it makes me question why so much of American history is missing from the core education of our kids. It has certainly had a negative effect on today's society. The sheer horror of slavery is glossed over. You heard about the cotton plantations, but what about the rice, tobacco, and rape plantations? Yes, I said rape. While it was prevalent at all plantations, several plantations were designed for breeding. You would have a young man with a sack over his head so he couldn't see. He may be thrown into a room that may have his mother or his sister in it and be forced to breed under penalty of death or worse. Willie Lynch, the architect behind the psychological warfare component of slavery, gave a speech in the South that can be found in a short book called Making of a Slave. It took me 3 years to read this book, and it's only about 30 pages long. The evil written into these pages reminds me of the 9/11 attacks. The thought and patience it takes to pull off something so diabolic is beyond me. Attacking the mind is a powerful weapon. Religion was used as a strategy of control for these enslaved people. Destroying the family unit was also one of these strategies. To make an enslaved mother gladly give up her kids to the slave master, you know what he recommended? Line up the family in front of their home. Take the father and tie each of his arms to the ass end of 2 horses. Smack the horses so they take off in opposite directions, resulting in the father being ripped apart in front of his family. With fear that the mother would not want this to happen to her children, she taught her children to be obedient to the slave masters for their safety. And then we had the North. Things were better up there, right? Slavers would go to the North and kidnap free Black men, women, and children, drag them back to the South, and enslave them. There's an interesting 2014 Best Picture Academy Award winning film about this one called 12 Years a Slave. Check it out sometime. There's so much more to unpack in history and the story of America. It seems to be buried for some reason. Question for the class, and you can write this in the chat. Who invented the light bulb? Put it in the chat. See what you got. Who invented the light bulb? For our words of enlightenment this afternoon, I would like to introduce Pearl. Pearl is a character in the hit Cartoon Network series Steven Universe, a series created by graphic artist, songwriter, and storyteller Rebecca Sugar. I appreciate when large corporate organizations use their power and resources in the name of the truth, which is our first core tenet in the four-way test. That's why it's the first part. The sooner our kids can learn the truth, the sooner they can begin their lifelong quest in the pursuit of it. And now I give you Pearl to tell you the whole story. Stand by.
All right, class. Can anyone tell me who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison!
That's not entirely true. The light bulb could more rightfully be attributed to Lewis Latimer, the black inventor behind the filament inside the bulb.
His invention made light bulbs affordable and efficient enough for the general public, bringing electric light into households around the world.
Well, so now you know. Wait, is that it? Hold on. We're not going to mention why he invented the filament? To create a better standard of living for people who had only just been freed from slavery? Are we going to ask why kids are apparently learning about Thomas Edison?
Thomas Edison!
Ugh. And not learning about Lewis Latimer? These textbooks are incomplete. There were black Roman warriors, black medieval knights, black classical musicians, black cowboys, black fighter pilots. Where are they? I worry about you humans because you only live, what, about 100 years? You rely on these stories to know your own history. Thanks to systemic racism, most of your storytellers prioritize white accomplishments, which leaves you with an incomplete picture. Ask yourself as you're learning history, who's telling the story? Was this modified to make white readers comfortable? Are major details being left out that would credit people of color and center their point of view? Honestly, I should have asked for script approval before agreeing to do this.
We'll do some rewrites. I'm sorry, we didn't know.
Well, so now you know. I swear.
And now you know. So please rise for, find old Glory here. Stand by. Let me get her ready. Here she is. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And the four-way test in everything we think, say, and do, we ask ourselves, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Now, our song of the day is in honor of Harriet Tubman. It's interesting how the past gives us clues on how to navigate the future. The Underground Railroad was a network of people facilitating the ways and means to overturn an evil, oppressive, murderous, sinister reign of terror in this country. Not just Black people it took, but with every capacity for good and the willingness to act from everyone. Present day, we have an environment that has evolved to continue making it harder for certain groups of people to have their fair shot at the American dream because of how they look, how they talk, who they love, how they wish to identify as a human being, the list goes on. But we must always fight these injustices and work tirelessly for a world of peace and understanding. You like how I did that, Madam President-elect? You know, peace and understanding. Words cannot describe the bravery, fortitude, temperance, and tenacity of Harriet Tubman. So I will defer to the arts. Andy Vick might like that. My fellow Rotarians, I give you 2020 Academy Award Best Actress winner Cynthia Erivo singing 2020 Academy Award Best Original Song Stand Up at the 2020 Oscars. She plays the part of Harriet Tubman in the multi-award winning biopic Harriet. Stand by.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it. The sun begins to shine. We're gonna start moving towards that separating line. Oh, I'm waiting through muddy water. You know I got a made up mind. I made up my mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. You hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone, and I just might fail, but Lord knows I try. Sure stars fill up the sky. I'm going to a brand new home, far across the river. I hear freedom calling to answer. Keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for